that symbolize his internal attainments. He has 112. 80 minor, 32 major. So as a result of doing certain practices for aeons upon aeons upon aeons, then he has 112 superhuman marks that exemplify him to be a fully enlightened being, that are different than other beings. Alright? For example, from gaining omniscience. Omniscience is knowing everything that is to be known in existence, not planet Earth. All dimensions, all galaxies, all universes, all of existence. Anything to be known, a Buddha will understand. A Buddha will comprehend and at the Buddha's fingertips. So Buddha may be male or female at his fingertips. So that means when we ask something about our past, we have to think about it. It's not necessary. For Buddha, you can have 100 persons in a room asking the Buddha simultaneously very different questions. Questions about the beginning of time, questions about human history, questions about the future. You can ask the Buddha, 100 persons can ask 100 questions simultaneously, and the Buddha can answer the question simultaneously to each person according to his language, according to his level, according to his understanding simultaneously. That is the power of his wisdom. So therefore, a Buddha's mind has full omniscience of past, present, and future, of all things to be known, all things to understand, all things to comprehend. The Buddha has that knowledge. For example, if you have a mole on your face, even the cause of that mole, what you created in a previous life to create that mole, he will know exactly. So a Buddha has that type of omniscience that's uncorrupted and unblocked. As a sign of that type of wisdom, when an enlightened being takes rebirth in our realm, in our human existence, in our human place, not necessarily other places, he has a Ushnisha. So this Ushnisha, a lot of artists draw wrongly. People think it's Buddha with long hair and he ties in a top knot. It's not that. Buddha is a monk, he has no hair. And Buddha has curly hair that twirls. So it's cut very short, like my hair, but instead of being straight, it's curled. Maybe like African people, when they cut their hair short, it has that little curliness. It may be something like that. And then on top, he has something bulbous here that sticks up. This is called Ushnisha Tsuktor. This one is an extension of his head. It's an extension of his cranium. And this represents he has full omniscience. So maybe in another realm of existence, when he takes rebirth, he may not have that sign. It may represent something else somewhere else, but in this existence. Then for someone like Buddha, he has a very tall body. His hands are very long, and it reaches below. He has very long fingers like a waterfall, and he has web fingers. Not webs, but webs of light. The webs of light are the causes of him never telling a lie. His body is golden in color. His eyes is bluish in color, and he has eyelashes that's described like a cow, very long and very lustrous. And then he has a center hair here that extends out, representing his great wisdom. He has perfectly formed features. He has very, very long ears. Not the ear itself, but the lobe itself that's very long, representing having heard the teachings of the previous Buddhas many, many times and put them into practice. His back is very straight, and his upper torso is that of a lion, very thick, very strong, very grand, and extremely V-shaped. So his upper torso is very strong like a lion, very powerful with no hair, with no obstructions, nothing. And then he has a very slim waist with rounded, soft hips. And his secret organ, the male secret organ, is covered in a web of light. So it's never used for whatever people in samsara use it for. and his legs are extremely, extremely long, and he has the Dharma chakra wheel, 1,000-spoke Dharma chakra wheel, both in his hands and his feet. And when he walks, his feet never touches the ground, but it still makes an imprint on the ground. And whatever imprint it makes on the ground, it has an imprint of 1,000-spoke Dharma chakra wheel. His voice has the 60 qualities of Brahma. It's described. So you can sit half a kilometer away. You can sit right in front of him. When he speaks, you will hear the tone of his voice perfectly, as if you were sitting in front of him. It will not be too loud where you have to cover your ears. It will not be too soft where you have to strain your ears. And he will speak in a language appropriate to your mind stream, appropriate to you, and at the level that you can understand. So when he speaks once, you will hear it in your language simultaneously. His voice is neither loud, nor is it rough, nor is it sharp, nor is it too low. It's a perfect tone where when you hear it, it's almost like a song. It's very, very, very pleasant. And he has these qualities of his body, speech, and mind, which equals to 112. And each of those qualities that he has was earned from doing practice. For example, it says, Kalpa Sum Sangye De. What is Kalpa Sum Sangye De? It means it took 3 kalpas for the Buddha to practice for him to become a fully enlightened Buddha. He became a fully enlightened Buddha. So what is that? That is a kalpa. A kalpa is a short space of time, short. I'll give you an example. This is not an exact example. This is a simple example because everything is in Indian measurements. But this is similar, okay? Let's say you dig a hole in the ground. I always use this example. Let's say you dig a hole in the ground. It is 1 kilometer long, 1 mile long, 1 mile wide, 1 mile deep. 1, 1, 1. You fill that hole with 1 inch of human hair. And it's filled. Every 100 years, come, just here. Every 100 years, here. Every 100 years, you open the hole and you take the hair out. The time for you to take out all the hair is, and it's empty, is 1 kalpa. Everybody understand that? I repeat. 1 mile hole, 1 mile wide, 1 mile deep. You fill that with 1 inch of human hair. So let's take his hair 1 inch, fill it. I don't know how many, it's be millions inside, right? So every 100 years, you open the hole, you take 1 hair out. Then you cover it. Then you wait another 100 years, you take another hair out. Then you wait another 100 years, you take the hair out. When that whole thing is empty, that's 1 kalpa. Got it? 60 of those is 1 great kalpa. 60 of those is 1 great kalpa. Kalpa sum sangye de. So that's what it says in Pachin. Takes 3 of those great kalpas to become fully enlightened. Okay, so Buddha practiced meditation, purification, collection of merit, collection of wisdom, and so on for 3 great kalpas to become fully enlightened. What do you guys think?
Very, very long time.
It's long for you, but it's not long in the scheme of things because there is no time. According to physics, there's no time. There's no beginning or end. Time is our construction. There is no time according to scientific physics. So for you, for me, it's long, but it's not long. It's like this. Now, so whenever the Buddha speaks, he has 60 qualities of his speech. I mentioned melodious voice, always telling the truth. Whatever he says brings benefit to others. It's soothing to others. It's heard in whatever language you like. It's heard at your level. It's heard at your understanding. And you can hear it far and near in any language. So to gain those 60 qualities of Lord Buddha's speech, he practiced with 3 kalpas of not lying, not saying things that are schismatic, not saying things that hurt and damage, and not using vulgar intended language. He practiced with 3 great kalpas. You guys understand? Can you imagine? Imagine yourselves. Who has not lied in their life? Raise your hand. You see my hand going up? Nope. Who has not lied? I mean, who has not lied in this life? Raise your hand. Nobody, right? Who has lied in this life? Raise your hand. Even white lie God. You lied up. Break your blue glasses and give to him. So, you lied up. You don't look like a possum, relax. Now, imagine not lying for your whole life. Never saying one untruth. A person who doesn't lie, how does it feel to be around that person? Does it feel good? Kenneth, do you trust that person?
Theoretically, yes.
Everything's theoretic in your case. Everything will be theoretic in your case. So, when you hang around a person who doesn't lie, does it feel good?
Yes.
Can you trust them? Whatever they say, do you need to confirm? Do you need to have doubt? Does it worry you? Is it hard to live with them? Is it hard to believe what they say? It's actually quite pleasant to live with someone that doesn't lie. In fact, your guards never go up. Your fear doesn't go up. Why? Because they don't lie. So even if they tell you something fantastic, I saw a winged man outside. So okay, I believe you. I mean, because they never lie. You understand? So you feel very good. So how does it feel to live with a person who never lied in their life? How does it feel to live with a person who never says anything with their mouth that is intended to hurt another person? How does it feel to live with someone like that? Wonderful. Yeah, theoretically. How does it feel to live with someone? Don't you laugh at him because he's skinny and you're jealous. How does it feel to live with someone that whatever the person, this woman says, it's always to benefit you. It's always to help you. It's always with your best interest at heart. That they never talk about for themselves to get something. It's to benefit you. How does it feel to live with this woman? How does it feel? How does it feel to live with this kind of man? Right? Very nice. And I have met people in my lives, like my gurus, who never lie. Who always speaks perfect speech. Who always says things to help others. Kenso Jambayushi? Kajaletirimchi? Kajasarimchi? Geshiturim Gelton? Kenso Losantachinrimchi? I have lived and met and been with people like that, who their speech is only to help you. For me, it felt very good. It felt very, 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 very good. Because you know what? Whatever Geshe Tsurim Gyaltsen tells me, whatever Kenso Losam Tachin tells me, whatever Kenso Jambayushi tells me, whatever Kenso Kajalaki Rinpoche tells me, whatever Kajasandoji tells me, I don't think I register and I put it in my mind and say, oh, how can I use that? And whatever they say, I don't think, are they trying to get something from me? Because they never tried to get anything from me. Do I need to think they have an ulterior motive? No, they're a monk. They've been living pure their whole life. That's what the Sangha is about. That's why you become a Sangha, to train yourself. Okay? So, it feels so good to be around people like that, and I've lived around people like that in the last 30, 35 years. And I'm just as sneaky as you. I lived with them in the first few years. I observed and watched them. Yes, I watched them. I'm the suspicious type. I watch and I confirm. But after a few years, I stopped watching already. There's nothing to watch. There's nothing to catch. So I have lived around people who uses their speech to only benefit others. And therefore, some of my gurus. And therefore, I always prostrate to my gurus. Now, How does it feel to be around a person who doesn't kill? Who had no intention to kill? Who doesn't wish to kill? Who uses their body to save lives, to feed animals, to feed the homeless, to feed the poor, to take care of people who are sick. They use their body to get supplies and necessaries to help others, as opposed to take things. How does it feel to be around a person who never steals? How does a person who never kills, has no intention to kill, only uses their body, their fingers, their physical body to help? How does it feel to be around a person who never steals, never takes one single item that doesn't belong to them? How does it feel to be around a person who commits no sexual misconduct? They don't try to sleep with 100,000 women. They don't try to sleep with 100,000 men. They don't contract any diseases. Their focus in life is not to have bubbly. That's my way of saying sex. Their intention is not that sex is bad, but their intention is not that. And they don't rape anyone. They don't force anything on anyone. They don't use their bodies to hurt anyone through sex, prostitution, and all that stuff. They don't encourage people to hurt their body. How does it feel to be around a person whose body is never, ever used to harm themselves and harm other people? It feels very safe. It feels very safe to be around a person whose speech is free of errors. Their body is free of errors. How does it feel to be around a person whose mind is focused on the Dharma? What's Dharma? I'm not talking about Buddhism. I'm talking about Dharma, the correct way of life. Right livelihood, right speech, right attitude, patience, effort, asceticism, discipline. How does it feel? How does it feel that if I tell Cindy blah, 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 and Cindy says, I promise I'll do this, and she does it. And then the next time I said, Cindy, can you do this? And she says, yes, I will, and she does it. And after a year or 2 years of working with Cindy, every time I ask her to do anything, or anytime she promises to do anything, I know she's going to do it. And I don't have to chase her. I don't have to push her. I don't have to keep begging her. I don't have to instill people to check on her. I don't have to have fines, punishments, shout, scream, and fire her, or put some kind of scorecard on her. Who wants to live with people like that? You have to put a scorecard on them. How does it feel to live with people who always promise and they don't fulfill? Because their laziness, their ego, their mind, their false thinking and projections is stronger than their promise to you. So let's say that Cindy says, oh, guess what? I couldn't finish that. Immediately I'll say, oh, wow, what happened? How can I help you? Because you automatically assume it's beyond her capability, because she has a track record of always finishing what she wants to finish. So how does it feel to be around a person with that kind of mind? Doesn't it feel good? Their mind doesn't want to get something from you. They don't want to use you. They don't want to take something from you. They don't want to abuse you. They don't want to hurt you. That whatever is in their mind, if it doesn't help you, it definitely does not harm you. And they're not vegetables. They're not dumb. They're not just sitting like, duh. They really are abiding and calm abiding. To be around someone whose mind is not about trying to get money, trying to get sex, trying to get away, trying to get something in this world, trying to get something from themselves, trying to get something from you, trying to use you, trying to hurt you, trying to plot, trying to do all kinds of things. But their mind is abiding and calm abiding. And they have compassion. And they have care. And they have genuine concern. And you feel totally safe. So think you're around that type of person who has that kind of mind, and you're around that kind of person that has that kind of body and that kind of speech.